Welcome to another episode of The American Dream. I'm your host, Craig Sewing, stepping in today for Jen Morris. I've been traveling all across the country creating this show, and today we're going to explore the real estate and lifestyle and culture all across the country, and we're specifically going to show you some high-rise condos in Miami, San Diego, and New York City. You're going to love what we have to show you on these condos. Also, we're going to give you some local information about what's happening in your own backyard. Let's get the American Dream started right now.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain of the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about this show? It's totally unscripted.
The American Dream is a national show that combats negative media through real estate and lifestyle. And even though it's a national show, all housing markets are local. So today, we're going to start with a local segment with an award-winning realtor to show you what's happening in your city. Let's go check it out right now.
Hey everybody, I'm so excited to have you here in the historic city of Richmond, where we are going to see the quaint charm that this beautiful area has to offer. This city was established in 1837. It is 4.2 square miles of quaint charm, and I cannot wait to show you around. Hey everybody, I'm on Morton Street in historic Richmond. This gorgeous street that we are going to walk down was named after William Morton, one of the original settlers in the state of Texas. I am coming to meet Cameron Goodman, who is the executive director of the Richmond Developmental Corp, and he is going to tell us some great history and fun facts about the city.
Hey, Sarah.
Hey, great to see you.
Good seeing you. Thanks for coming to historic downtown Richmond.
Yes, so good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
No, it's great to be here.
Awesome. I would love for you to share with our viewers on The American Dream some of the great facts about our charming little city here.
Sure. So we're one of the original incorporated cities in Texas. So we're among the oldest ones in all of the state. Companies and businesses that have been around here for over 100 years. So we've got Joseph's, the coffee shop that's been in business for over 100 years, the historic George Foundation to our left, and more businesses as we go down the street. As we walk down historic Morton Street, we got a couple examples of the new businesses coming in on our right side. So we have Dapple Gray and Trop Juice Bar. They're both owned by the Rosanne family, and they've come here and they've rejuvenated the downtown area with some new energy. So you have smoothies, salads, great healthy food next to a boutique that looks like it could be anywhere in downtown Houston.
I love treasure hunters. So many fun things to find in there.
And my wife loves it too.
Yeah, amazing.
So on our left side, we have the Richmond Barber Shop. So that's been home to 80. He's been our local barber for about 60 years. So if you ever want to go in and see a piece of history in Richmond, I'd encourage you to go there, get a shave, haircut. It's one of a kind experience. So as we're walking by, this is also the 310 Gallery and the Fort Bend Post Office. So you can either drop off your mail or go tour through the post office. There's even a boutique inside as well. So kind of a one-stop shop.
Awesome.
And this is one of probably our biggest landmark in the downtown area, Sandy McGee's. So one-of-a-kind restaurant. I've even seen a tour bus stop here before. So if you were looking for fresh food, their chicken salad's amazing.
Yes, Sandy McGee's is the hot spot, especially for lunch. Sometimes you see lines out front. The history and charm inside is adorable. So what a great spot. All right, so on this hot, sunny, beautiful day in historic Richmond, I think it's time to take a break and go in and have a nice glass of cold wine at Unwind.
That sounds great.
Check it out. Hey everybody, we are inside Unwind in the historic city of Richmond, sitting to enjoy a glass of wine after being outside in the hot day. Cameron, can you tell us some of the fun things that go on this great Morton Street?
Yeah, so Morton Street's really the heart of our community. We have a lot of fun things like movies on Morton. It's the first Friday of every month. You sit outside, you have the beautiful backdrop of Morton Street, a large inflatable screen, so you can sit out with the whole family. We also have some festivals like the Pecan Harvest Festival that happens in fall. Miracle on Morton Street, which is our Christmas festival, and then an art walk, which happens in the springtime. So lots of opportunities to come and check out the area.
Here's your wine flight.
And here is Rosanne Wechter. She and her husband Kevin own Unwind and have recently come to the area and opened this fabulous place. Rosanne, what brought you and your husband here to live and open a business?
Well, Kevin was living down here, and then I moved down here to be with him. And we love the small town feel of Richmond, but it's still close enough into Houston and Sugar Land if we need to go in, but we find we really don't. And then we did a 5-week driving trip through Ireland, and we were in Galway and found this wonderful little wine bar there and enjoyed it so much we thought, you know, there isn't anything like that in Richmond, so why not do that? So we spent the next 6 months coming up with a business plan and came back to Richmond and found this great spot down the alleyway, and here we are 2 years later.
It is absolutely stunning, and yes,
Thank you.
you just celebrated your 2nd year anniversary,
Yeah,
so
yes.
congratulations.
Thank you.
on flourishing.
And when you drink your wine flight, start from the bottom, work your way around up to the top.
Ooh,
All right.
Thank
Enjoy.
you.
Enjoy.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Cameron, thank you so much for sharing the history of Morton Street and the area and all the fun things to do.
Oh, thanks for coming out.
Yeah. You know, one of the things that I love about Richmond so much is not only all the fun things you can do, the proximity to Houston, but also the variety of the homes that you can live in. You can live in an original bungalow from 80, 90 years old, all the way to right close. We have master plan communities that are bustling with new construction, all the fabulous new types of amenities. All of that is here right within minutes. So thank you for joining us on the set of American Dream. I look forward to sharing with you new and other areas in and around the Houston suburbs soon. Sara Nguyen with Better Homes and Gardens, Gary Green. Thanks for joining me.
Hope you enjoyed that local segment from your own neighborhood. Now, today's storyline is going to be about high-rises from San Diego to Miami to New York City. But before we go to that national story, let's go to your next local segment from another award-winning realtor sharing a story from your neighborhood.
Hi everyone, it's Sydney Coleman. We are in Houston today in Upper Kirby, and I wanted to show you one of my projects that I'm working on right now. As a home buyer, you have many different options for the routes that you take when you're buying a home, but I wanted to focus on one particular option that you have, and that is to build your own home. We are at the spot that one of my clients has purchased. They are going to be building their own home here soon, and I kind of wanted to inform you about the process and again the different routes that you have as a home buyer, and not going the traditional route such as buying a resale home or a new construction home. You can customize your own home and find the land to do it on and then build your own house. First step is definitely getting a pre-approval letter from a lender. It's really important to get an amount that you're able to afford from a lender, and that will determine how much of a house you can buy or how much land you can buy, and then your construction loan amount, so the total amount that you're able to spend towards a project like building your own home. You can get a pre-approval letter from a lender, you can get it from your bank, you can get it from a credit union, and for building your own home, you're likely to get a construction loan, and the terms can be a little bit different than a regular mortgage loan. So if you need help, next step is to get the help of a realtor. A realtor can help you determine the neighborhood you want to live or the area, and then really focus in on a particular house that's already there or a piece of land that you may want to build on. It's really important to be aware of the particular neighborhood that you're going to choose, because there can be city restrictions or deed restrictions or HOA restrictions that limit the way that you build or how you build your home. So if you already have a home style in mind, you want to make sure that where you're going to pick to buy caters to that, or that where you choose to buy will allow you to build the style of home that you want. So after you find the area that you want to be and perhaps the land or the house that you're going to tear down, it would be a good time to consult with a builder and an architect to start drawing the plans for your home, the style for your home, and kind of understanding how much room you'll have to work with the land that you're going to be buying or the home that's already there and the lot size that it has that you'll eventually be tearing down to build on. So that's going to start kind of building your plan for your home, and you want to make sure that before you go into a contract that it fits that. So you have found the perfect place to build your home. You either have an old home that you're going to be tearing down, or you have a piece of land that you're going to be purchasing to build on. So your agent puts in a contract for you and you get the home. So then you can start finalizing your plans with your builder and your architect. Eventually they're going to be submitting plans to the city to make sure that you can build the type of home that you want. And they'll know how to do all of that for you, but that's important to know that is going to be a process. So we're wrapping up here. This home is going to be demoed. My clients have bought this home. They're going to be using the land to build their home. They've already checked off all of the necessities for the process so far. And I want to take you next over to a house of another client who's done a very similar thing in this exact same neighborhood. They found a home, they tore it down, and now they've built their own home, and I want to show you the finished product. So now we're here at a home built by Westview Partners. They're going to be the builders for my client's house that we just left. And I wanted to show you what their product is like, because this could be something that you could do. So now we're at 2121 West Main. We're at the home built by Westview Partners. This was a custom home they built as an investment. And so it's certainly something that you could buy as well and do yourself. Like we were just at the last house, you find a house or the land you'd like to build on, consult with the builder, and then you see the process through and you have your custom home like this. This one is really neat. You have double islands here. This island can be used as your breakfast nook, but you do have a formal dining room as well and a butler's pantry. Also, you have a professional kitchen with the Thermador oven and range. You have the star burners, they're brass. You have brass light fixtures, so really high-end features throughout the home, which make it really, really nice, and you can choose those yourself too when you're building your home custom. The floor plan is really open. It's great for entertaining, so whether you have a family that you want to keep an eye on, or if you like to have parties a lot, this is a great floor plan to do it. It's a really desirable concept. So again, building your own home, you get to be behind all of these decisions. You get to design exactly how you want it, how big it's going to be, how many rooms, where they are, how it's laid out, and everything that's in the home. You get to be the decision maker behind all of that. So if you're interested in doing that, if I can help you find the land or the home to tear down to do it, please let me know. But also if you're interested in purchasing this home, it's 2121 West Main. It's right under 5,000 square feet and it's listed for $1.7 million. Thanks for joining me today on The American Dream. We hope to see you next time.
All right, now for the national storyline. We're going to visit a high-rise condo. You're going to absolutely love this one. Let's go check out New York.
We're here on the Upper East Side, 76th Street and Park Avenue, where Richard Steinberg of Douglas Elliman has transformed his $39 million listing into the Holiday House for the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. This is truly where interior design meets philanthropy. Let's go inside and check what they've got.
Hey everyone, how are you? I am so excited that you're here. I have a special treat for you today. We're at 118 East 76th Street. I've given it to my good friend, Iris Dankner. She's brought 20 designers in to transform this white box into a showplace. So I'm here now with Iris Dankner. She's the founder of Holiday House.
Thanks for having me here. I am the founder of Holiday House. I am an interior designer, but I'm also a 20-year breast cancer survivor. I was diagnosed at my first routine mammogram, and it actually saved my life. And after that, I started fundraising and giving back. I decided to create Holiday House as a way to tie my two passions together, my love of interior design and my passion to eradicate breast cancer. So it's put the new fun back in fundraising. I think you'll really love the house.
It is 14,000 square feet, 6 floors, 9 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms, and the best part is the top floor, which is an indoor pool with a spa and a gym lounge overlooking the pool. So we're in one of the 8 bedrooms of the house, the master bedroom. The colors in this house are just so soothing. It's probably, I think, the most beautiful house I've ever seen. So we are now in the master bedroom closet. I would hardly call this a closet because we have a dirty coat so that we can have our own in-house dry cleaner. We also have a cappuccino maker. We have about $50,000 worth of custom wood built-ins. So we're now in the master bath, which is entirely made of onyx. Magnificent blue onyx. So I call this my New York room. A lot of things I want to tell you about. First of all, this is not wallpaper. There was a graffiti artist that came in for 2 straight days and hand painted every inch of this wall. How about the rock climbing wall? I love this room. So we're in the relaxation lounge. I find the room very zen. There was a designer slash feng shui master who came in to make sure that this room was perfectly proportioned and that the positive energy flowed throughout the entire room. So this is our wine tasting room. You have everything you need here. This is one of 2 gardens, as well as the top floor, which has 3 terraces. And accent lighting, which you really can't see because it's daytime, but at night it's like a private club. So now we're at the top floor of the house. I call it the spa floor. As we enter, we have a sauna on the right. We then have a dressing room with steam room. Doesn't every New York City townhouse have an indoor swimming pool and a lounge overlooking the pool? This tile in the pool was fashioned after a hotel in Marrakesh. So what spa floor would be complete unless you had your own personal massage room? After all, it's a rough day when you have to swim, take a sauna, take a steam. You certainly don't want to go on another floor.
The thing about high-rise condos that are so amazing is you lose the yard work, the maintenance. It's a turnkey solution. Really cool way to live your life. Now, we're taking you to Miami, to Millionaire's Row. You're going to absolutely love this condo we have to show you. Let's go check it out.
American Dream. Brett Eaglstein here, Director of Luxury Sales with the Carroll Group of Douglas Elliman. This morning I'm going to show you one of my favorite new listings located in Millionaire's Row. And for those of you who don't know what Millionaire's Row is, it is a stretch in Miami Beach from 41st Street to 62nd Street with some of the most famous condo buildings ever built. People love Millionaire's Row in Miami Beach for a few reasons. First and foremost, its walkability factor. Second, the high-end boutiques, fine restaurants, and of course, those soft sandy beaches. So without further ado, let's go check out Mason Grand, Unit 817. You guys ready for these views? Let's go check it out. This unit features 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, plus a bonus room, all within 167 square feet. My client fully renovated this unit back in 2015. She brought the entire unit down to the studs, giving her the ability to change the wiring, the electrical, the plumbing. She opened up the kitchen to give you that nice, open, modern floor plan, installed stainless steel appliances, custom cabinetry, beautiful quartz countertops, all giving you the ability to enjoy your amazing view. One of the sexiest features to this entire unit is the ambient lighting throughout the kitchen as well as the living areas. But let's not forget safety here. My client also installed brand new hurricane impact windows and doors throughout the entire property. One of the best parts of the master bedroom is the direct ocean-facing views. You get to enjoy beautiful sunrises in the morning and get to watch the amazing cruise ships sail by at night. And let's not forget about this gorgeous balcony. This balcony is massive. It extends the entire length of the unit with 2 access points through the living room as well as the master bedroom, giving everyone the ability to enjoy this magical view. There's been a recent spike in demand for properties located on Millionaire's Row due to the recent completion of the Boardwalk expansion project. The Boardwalk, which starts in South Beach, used to stop at 41st Street. Now it goes all the way north up to Bal Harbour. So picture this for a moment. You live here, you want to enjoy a nice dinner in South Beach, it is a short 20-minute bike ride and boom, you're at Joe's Stone Crabs enjoying a massive, glorious meal, which also happens to be my favorite restaurant.
All right, now we're going to take you to America's finest city, San Diego, and you're going to hear from award-winning realtor Seth O'Byrne, who's going to give you a little bit of a history lesson on high-rises. Let's go check it out right now.
As far as definitions go, skyscraper is a really interesting one because over the last 100 years, it's actually changed. Back in the 1800s, a skyscraper had to be 10 floors. And now, all over the world, if you want to be considered a skyscraper, you have to be 40 floors at a minimum. Louis Sullivan one time famously wrote what the characteristic of a skyscraper is. He said it has to be lofty, it has to be tall, it has to exalt the power and the glory of the building. There can be no dissenting lines from the base of the building to the top where it touches the sky. And the building I'm going to take you in today captures not just the definition of skyscraper, but the feeling as well. In fact, it's so well known as one of the most impressive buildings in San Diego, the name itself is called the Pinnacle. There are literally hundreds of homes in a high-rise as large as the Pinnacle, but there's only one residence 1405. The wood-clad walls that were put into this home were put in by B&B Design, famous designers from Chicago. They're known for their high-rises. And this wood is not only beautiful in the hallway, they wrap it over the wall and onto the cabinet face of the Sub-Zero fridge. You see it in the uppers, you see it in the lower cabinets, and you see right when you walk in here that there's a cohesiveness. There's a purposefulness in this design. There's also a lot of secrets, and one of my favorite ones is a secret library right over here. San Diego high-rises, much different than those of Chicago and New York and Seattle, were primarily built as 1 and 2 bedrooms. And so when you have the luxury of owning Residence 1405, one of the largest floor plans in the building, you get a third space, which gives you space for a library, space to look at your art, space to just contemplate and read a nice book. And that's truly what luxury is, because it's not just what you need, it's what you want. You know, there are floor-to-ceiling, wall-to-wall windows in high-rises all over the world. But Residence 1405, the windows seam at this corner of the building, this critical corner looking west and looking north. It's not until you get up to the 14th floor in this building that you get views this huge. You're looking at a living history of San Diego. That's what makes this home so amazing. Anybody who's visionary enough to construct or design a home like Residence 1405 is visionary enough to need inspiration day to day. And of course, the most obvious inspiration in this property is the view that you have out the master bedroom window. But the inspiration inside, through the design, through the subway tile, the freestanding tub, the spa-like lockers and shoe display, there's so many design touches that are the hand of man. But it's all just tribute to this view right here, because it truly is an inspiration. And it might surprise you that the best room, the most important room, my favorite room in Residence 1405 isn't a room at all. It's actually the balcony. And this is one of two balconies, but by far the most important. It looks west towards Point Loma, discovered by Juan Cabrillo. It looks south to Coronado, one of the most important pieces of San Diego's coastal history. It looks even further south and inland to Mexico. You can see two North American countries from this balcony. So when you think about everything inside, you think about the importance of this high-rise in the building, and you think about the views that just become commonplace in your everyday life in a home like this, it makes sense that it's called the Pinnacle.
All right, that's a wrap. Thank you for letting me step in and host today's episode of The American Dream. Hope you enjoyed all the high rises and also the local segments featuring your neighborhood. The American Dream is a national show centered around real estate, lifestyle, and culture. Hope you enjoyed it. And don't forget, outside the show, we'd love for you to follow us, breathe oxygen into this positive message. Follow us on social media, tags below. That's all for today. We'll see you next time.